What's quacking, guys? The Duck Chris back, and I'm here today to talk about Reddit. We love the 2000 Scape Reddit. It's full of noobs, it's full of rage, it's full of memes and other things. And today I wanted to check out this thread that I saw called "What Do You Proudly Do Inefficiently?" And boy, was this illuminating for what kind of players we have playing the game. Okay, let's start off. I once trained cooking by making pineapple pizzas by scratch. Gathered everything myself, pineapples from charters, wheat, tomatoes, and cheese from the chest. Close to 7 to 8,000 pizzas which lasted for 6 months, even after I gave 2,000 to a friend. Okay, so he's making pizzas, not just buying the ingredients from the GE, but also from the chest, and he's using those exclusively as food. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's see what else we got. I refuse tick manipulation and skilling, hunter, fishing, wood cutting, mining. I click and wait, can't be bothered to sweat it, regardless of how boring it can be. On Reddit, this is the polar opposite of brave. That's true. Every day they say they don't need this. The majority of the player base don't do it. I refuse tick manipulation and skilling. This is exactly what I was going to say. This is the way. This is the way. Just have good posture. Unless you're racing for 200 mil all ranks or something, it makes no sense. If you need fishing XP, just AFK it on your phone while you're eating, watching a show, working, etc. Okay, so this is interesting. I picked this out. There's like 100 comments like this because everyone thinks tick manipulation is the devil. It's pretty funny because I feel like a lot of people that I know think that, tick manipulation is annoying, but sometimes you got to do it. Or even that they like it, especially, maybe they like just a few methods. Like for me, I like chins and I like two-tick fishing, but I'm not a huge fan of wood cutting or mining. But that's pretty normal to me. I feel like you like some, you don't like others, but they're fast methods and they're engaging and that sort of thing. But people on Reddit, they just think it's the worst. I think I saw a comment further down that said like, I thought it's sad that people are talking about tick manipulating because they consider that efficient. I don't consider it efficient. I consider it insane. And so I wouldn't even mention it as inefficient to not do. But like, this is the kind of people that we have playing the game. And not just on Reddit, although we love to poke fun at Reddit for having news, but this is just like your average players. Like, they just don't even consider tick manipulation as something to consider doing. It's like there's no way I would ever do that, despite it being faster and more interesting, in my opinion. Don't do it anymore because done with Slayer, but for some reason Slayer tasks like Blood Veils and Gargoyles, I would use prayer gear, and instead of using Peapots, I would just teleport to my house every 9 minutes and spend 10 to 15 seconds making my way back there. Can't say how many Hellhound trips I've done by teleporting to my house using the pool and hitting the Kurin teleport power to get back. Takes an extra 20 seconds, but all those prayer pots got used on Serb instead. These are funny because it falls into the general category of I'm going to save time, or I'm going to save money by wasting time. And everyone who's efficient at the game or high level knows that they're the same thing. If you are faster at what you're doing, then you have more time to make money. And you're making more money in general if you're killing things faster and getting more money per hour. So it's like you really are just shooting yourself in the foot by slowing down your progress to save money and losing out in the long run. But that's like the most classic noob conundrum, is that they're afraid of losing money so that they'll just go slow instead. And it just keeps you behind. It keeps you from getting ahead in this pixelated world. But yeah, classic example. Built a combat dummy in POH for ancient mace spec for even more free prayer pots per trip. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's just it's a classic conundrum. I would rather throw myself off a cliff than tick manipulate. My 3 favorite skills: blink 6 times if you need help. These guys like legitimately hate skilling. They would rather kill themselves than do a tick manipulation method. And they think anyone who likes gathering skills is being tortured. Pretty good. I have a bank of 100 to 150 stamina pots and never use them for anything. I just keep or wear the quest cape, teleport to the fairy ring, go to my POH, and sip on their juice. So, okay, so he's using quest cape to get to his house. He's not even using a house telly. And that's to save stamina pots. Why do you even have them in your bank, bro? Just sell them if you're not going to use them. Everything I do on my Iron Man, that's fine. Fishing sharks, that's fine. Bank space management, this is a big one. 70% of my bank is quest souvenirs, slow to get untradables, items from memorable events, burnt food, blah, 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 blah. Personal favorite items, demonic sigil from Shadow of the Storm. I don't know why, but this item is in every noob's bank. It's in everyone's bank before they clean it out because they see it and they're like, yo, this thing looks kind of cool. I'm not just going to drop that. I'm going to put it in my bank. Fishing trophy from fishing contest. Bro, it's like rusty swords, beef, lantern, like from an Iron Man Friends Fury Grant. It's not even his own glass blowing. It's his friend's glass. That is crazy. Bank space management is something that I think improves your game so much when you do it. Once your bank is clean, like, your life is just so much better. And these people who don't clean their bank out and just live with a messy bank, like, every time you have to search for stuff. You have to use the search function, or you have to scroll down and be like, where's my rune pouch? This is crazy. I can't imagine doing that. Everything, fuck all y'all. Yeah, I mean, he's just mad about efficiency. I play for fun, not efficiency. Mess me with that prayer flicking, one tick skilling, tick manipulation, BS. Yeah, so he just doesn't like anything fun or efficient. Interesting. Bought third age melee at 85 combat in 2016. Used it for every melee gear slayer task on the way to 99. It was glorious. This is actually really good. Especially the part where he says, how did you afford it? And he says, 99 rune crafting. Did double cosmics to 82, double astral to 91, and double nats to 99. Easily made over 450 mil. This guy's great. It was a 2016. It was a different time. Efficiency was a little less important. And, Melee Slayer was kind of the vibe. I think that was before Catacombs and stuff. So this is pretty sweet. It's actually not that inefficient to make money from rune crafting to fund your other skills. Obviously, you probably wouldn't want to spend it on third age, but back then it was definitely a viable path, and this guy was rocking it. Using my Scythe for Vardorvis instead of Fang because I just have more fun with Scythe. This is, again, another thing that I think is fine. If you like a weapon a bit more, it's more fun for you to use, and it's still pretty good XP, then just go use it. Why not? I prefer to melee Dust Devils. I almost never used Ancients. Okay, this guy's just dumb. No offense. Like, yeah. Meleeing Dust Devils, sure, it used to be good back in 2011 when we had the Chaos Tunnels, but Ancients is insanely good. Again, almost any skill, I prefer a method that makes money to one that loses money, even if it's half the XP per hour. Yeah, I mean, you're just losing money in the end of the day. 71 to 99 range at Iron and Steel Dragons, literally the worst monster you could have picked. It's so bad. They're so tanky. My entire Iron Man is a lesson in what not to do. I could boost for Dragon Boots, or I could send some Nightmare or Vardorvis. This guy's using Rune Boots, and he has under 80 Slayer. Or maybe he has 80 Slayer. He has under 83 Slayer, and he's like, I'm going to go bossing instead of getting Dragon Boots. Like, yeah, I mean, Iron Man's about your own path, sure, but surely getting some upgrades could be good. I think. Killing Hellrat Behemoths with the normal cat, I mean, sure. Did 1 to 99 prayer, picking up Wildy Bones, then going to the Chaos Altar. Still untrimmed cape. Yeah, this is crazy. I would not do that. Now let's check controversial, the best way to browse any Reddit thread, and see what we can glean from the ones that people didn't necessarily agree with. Two-way switches in the monkey room came from range gear, otherwise that's fine. I sell blood runes for GP. Some people get really pressed for that. I mean, no worries, like, you get blood runes back later on. I laugh at people who step on yellow tiles in the Hallowed Sepulchre's 4th floor right after all the obstacles. If someone's behind me, I stay behind to watch and see if they fail. This is great. It's totally inefficient, but it's definitely fun. The whole game, because it's a game and I find it fun, makes a lot of people sad when I'm not tick manipulating my way to carpal tunnel and getting sick of the game. Totally projecting, bro. He thinks everyone who does tick manipulating has carpal tunnel and hates the game. Well, maybe you should re-examine how you feel about it, man. I don't ice burst barrage. I also don't do herb runs. Herb runs, not actually efficient for mains, especially not. Farming is horrible. Okay, we'll just do trees. That's better. There you go. I'm about 500k away from 99 Hunter, and all I did was birdhouse runs. Oh, sure. I mean, it's still pretty high XP per hour. That's not bad. I run to Duradil from the CKR Fairy Rank jail. I use Virtus instead of Ancestral. This guy's sick. Finished the grind to 70 prayers and iron. Got my bones at Taverley Dungeon, Blue Dragons, and I spent them all at the Ectofuntus. I hate the wildy with every fiber of my being, and now not only does my bone grinder have more charges that I can use, but I also got so much D-hide. Okay, he's picking up the D-hide too. I made several mill and several magic levels, alking the dragon hide bodies that I made from it. I mean, Ectofuntus is fine, but we have Altar. Like, Altar is just... Like, not even Chaos Altar, like, player own House Altar. It's faster, like, to do that, and then an extra hour of dragons. Like, yeah, whatever. Sure, Ectofuntus in 2023. Still makes my unfinished potions manually on the iron. Coxy clicks. My entire Iron Man... Yeah, we saw that one already. Yeah. Leveled from 34 to 80 farming exclusively from Tithe Farm. I'm pretty sure those methods would not be able to give me the XP I wanted in just a few afternoons. Well, I mean, maybe not, but Tithe Farm sucks. I'll AFK for 2 to 5 minutes between each boss kill just because. I'll stop halfway through my herb run to look for perfect YouTube video. Okay, it sounds like this guy just does a lot of weed, perhaps. What else can we find? I did almost 80 mil woodcutting XP now. I'll just chill here till Beaver. Got 99 fire making via infernal axes. No, I still do not have the Beaver. Hopefully before 200 mil. This isn't really inefficient. Like, he's just going for Beaver, and it's not a bad way to go for it. I solo scouted shooting stars while joining the cringe CC. Okay, this guy's just got a bone to pick with the CC. I hate those clans with a passion. Well, all right. Yep, we saw this one already. I do this with anything in Catacombs. Got to reset anyway, so teleporting home and using pullback isn't that much slower. It's a lot slower. Definitely use your potions. Yep. Farming, I run past fully grown trees, and I think I'll check some on my next tree farm run. Next tree farm run will be anything within the hour to 3 months from that moment. Not actually that inefficient, because at the end of the day, if you're just going for 99, you can not do farming for plenty of time, and then pick it up later on, and you'll still finish before you finish your other skills to max. And let's finish off bank standing with the homies. As we all know, bank standing with the homies is a requirement and not something inefficient. Overall, I thought reading this kind of thread is always funny because you see people with just totally illogical things where they're convinced that they're saving money and time and effort, but really they're just making things way harder for themselves. But it's also illuminating because, as we know, this is the game we play. These are the people that play, and these are the people that also vote on the polls. So yeah, when I think it's important to consider that this is what the J-mods are making content for. They're making content for these people who literally sit around for 2 minutes in between every boss kill and think that doing herb runs is the most efficient thing they could do, and that they would rather kill themselves before tick manipulating. If you like this kind of video, I'll definitely do some more like this. It's easy to do. Peep out Reddit and see what they're talking about. Feel free to check out some of my other videos, and if you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe. Until next time, this has been the Duck Chris. Peace.